I made $10,000 by day trading Tesla in the first 3 minutes of market open, and in this video, I will be doing a complete breakdown of that trade. Here's a one-day chart of Tesla in front of you guys. This trade I took on Tesla was on 27th of October. And if you guys take a look at the daily chart, there is no big green candle or big red candle. It was a small range-bound day. And that is the reason I took majority of my position out within the first 3 minutes of entering that position instead of holding that trade for 15-20 minutes. If you are a part of our Discord group, in the pre-market webinar, I mentioned that this will be my entry. And if I catch a good momentum towards the upside, I'm going to take my quick partials, because even though the 1 minute and the 5 minutes chart was looking nice, the hourly chart and the daily chart are extended towards the upside. If we take a look at the daily chart, we have moved approximately 16-70% in 3 days. And that is the reason I specifically mentioned in our Discord group that be quick in taking your profits, because this stock can reverse anytime. Now, here's the 5 minute chart of Tesla. In the pre-market webinar for our Discord members, I mentioned that I'm going to enter my position if we hold 228 of the open 228 zone. So that is basically the zone from 227 to around 229. If we hold that zone, I'm going to take my trade for a push towards the upside for the break of 230. That is going to be a quick trade off the open, and I'm going to take my quick partials. I even posted about this trade on my Instagram, and I got a lot of questions. Why did you enter at 228.5? And that is the reason I'm showing you the 5 minute chart of Tesla. This is the 26th of October and this is the 27th of October. So just the prior day, we had a clean momentum towards the upside. The first high of the day we made was 228.50 exactly, right? After making this high of the day right here. So this candle, I'm talking about this candle right here. This is 228.5 and this is the price action from 26th of October on the 5 minutes chart. If I zoom in, you guys can see we held this 228.5 level as resistance. Then we broke that resistance towards the upside with high volume. That same level, that same zone, 228, started acting as support right here. First support, second support, basically around 229. And that is the reason I talked about this zone, 227 to 229. It's not the exact level, it's basically the zone. So when I am talking about 228 zone, I want to see buyer step up. I want to see that the tape is strong around 228. So that basically means the $1 plus minus around 228 level. And then later in the day, around 12 p.m., we can see that we briefly went under 228 on the 5 minutes. We made a doji and then we pushed towards the upside again. On the same day, around 2 p.m., we can see that we rejected off 228. That is the reason I was watching 228 for a pullback entry, because we had a lot of support and resistance the prior day around $228 level. Now, if you take a look at the price action on the 5 minutes chart from 27th of October, you guys can see that on the 5 minutes chart, this was basically a choppy day, right? But if you're trading options and if you're able to read the tape and if you have your exact levels you are looking for, relative strength or weakness around those levels that I talked about in our Discord group, there was a clear low of the day around 228.5. My entry on this day was at this bottom take. When Tesla pulled back to 228.5, I could see a lot of green on the tape, a lot of buying on the tape. The bids were stepping back about 228.5 multiple times. I took my trade. In the next 3 minutes, we moved from 228.5 to 232 and 233. I took my quick profits, making approximately 80% on this trade. So here's the 1 minute chart of Tesla in front of you guys to take a look at my entry and exit. My entry on this trade was at 9:30:44 seconds. I will post a screenshot of my entries and exits right at the top. So my entry was after the first 44 seconds of the open. It wasn't right at the open within the first 10-15 seconds. And if you guys see this candle, for the first 44 seconds, for the first 40 seconds, we were holding near this $228.5 level. I could see that, okay, the sellers are trying to push it under 228.5, but the buyers were not giving up for the first 40 seconds. And if you're trading the open, every single second counts. And when I entered my position, within the next 10 seconds, we pushed towards the upside. The buyers were able to take control within the last 15 seconds of that 1 minute candle. As soon as I entered, the premiums jumped 30-40% in my favor. And that is the reason around the end of that minute, I took 30 contracts at the low of the day. I added to my position because the tape was really, really strong. In total, I got filled 60 contracts and my average fill price was around $2.6. And on the next minute itself at 9:31 a.m. candle, my premiums went from 2.6 approximately to 3.1 to approximately 4.36 at the top of this candle. That means practically the investment was doubled, approximately 80% in 1 minute of market open. And that is the beauty of day trading and specifically learning to read the tape, because if you are able to score a perfect entry like this one off the open with minimal risk, you can practically double your investment in 1 or 2 minutes. So in total, I had 60 contracts. Actually, I placed another buy order to get filled 90 contracts because the tape was really strong. My risk was minimal, but I wasn't able to get filled on those remaining 30 contracts. So I was only holding 60 contracts. I took first 20 contracts out at 9:31 a.m. candle. That is just the next minute at a fill price of 4.62, which is insane. My premiums went from approximately 2.5 to 4.62. That is more than 80% or approximately 80% return, which is amazing reward to risk ratio. I kept taking my partials out at 9:32 and 9:33. Overall, I took majority of my position out at a fill price of 4.7 to around 4.9. I was left with remaining last 10 contracts of my position. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that if I take partials on a position, I make sure to exit my remaining position at break even. On this next 1 minute candle, the premiums dropped to approximately 3.15 in this one red candle. So the premiums moved from 4.9 to 3.15, which is like really bad, right? And that is the reason why I mentioned to be quick in taking your profits. So I exited my remaining 10 contracts at a fill price of 3.15, overall making $10,000 on this position. On the higher side, at the high of the day, I was approximately up $12,000. So basically, even if I remove those 10 contracts, I was up 10K for the day within the first 3 minutes of market open, which is amazing. Now, if you guys ask me, was there a real price action setup on this trade? I was able to make $10,000, and the answer is no, because I just showed you guys the 5 minutes chart. The 5 minutes chart was choppy as fuck within the first 10-15 minutes of the market open, and this was just a momentum play based on the tape. I knew my levels. We had a lot of support around 228.5 the prior day. I was watching this level for a pullback entry if I'm able to read the strength on the tape, which I was able to do successfully, and I was able to make 80% within the first 3 minutes of market open. So this tape, I would say, was 80% reading the tape and 20% technical analysis, just about knowing my levels. Finally, let's take a look at my PNL, which I posted in our Discord group. If you guys want to be part of our Discord group, a community of serious and supportive traders, you can join our Discord group. The link will be in the description box below. Overall, I made $10,323 within the first 6 minutes, basically, but I was up 10K for the day within the first 3 minutes of market open. As I showed you guys, my entry was at 9:30:44 seconds at 2.54. My last partial, my highest partial, was at a fill price of 4.90 in 2 to 3 minutes, which is amazing. That's it, guys. And sorry, I have been away from YouTube for a while, for the past 2-3 months, because I basically moved from Australia to Dubai. Then I had a family medical emergency. If you guys follow me on Instagram, the link will be in the description box below. I just came back to Dubai and I'm ready to kill the market and provide more content for you guys. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my trading journey. And if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I have been active on Instagram pretty much every single day. So go give me a follow. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.